Hey guys, Helen Hartsmith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day because I am recording a video for you guys. It's been a little bit, so I'm feeling a little out of practice, but let's see how this goes. So this is a video that is going to be part of my 2018 Master Spell series, all about perseverance. So if you saw my video just before this one that I posted a couple of weeks ago, you kind of know what's been happening in my life. And so I'm going to try to reference some things, but not really go into it too big. So if you want to know what's been going on for sure, go check out Why My Life Sucks Right Now, that video. So anyhow, this is part of the Master Spell series, as I said, and so this video is for the month of Gemini. So let's talk about correspondences that work with Gemini at this time of the year of our cycle, and then talk about the spell work that I'm doing, okay? So here we go. So Gemini, if you are born between May 22nd and June 20th, then you are a Gemini. Hi! So Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury. And so the planetary properties that go with Mercury have to do with communication and travel. So right now is the perfect time to do communication type magic, travel magic. If you know that you've got a big trip coming up, then maybe now is the time that you want to work magic for a safe trip and a good trip, or a profitable trip if you happen to be going on a business trip. So those types of things. So therefore it is an air element, Gemini is, and it's also mutable in its qualities. Now when we talk about stones that go along with Mercury, we're looking at agates, which of course there's lots and lots of agates out there, and we're also looking at carnelian, and carnelian is that beautiful deep orange stone. If I would have really thought about it, I would have grabbed one to show you, but that's okay. Deep orange is a fairly decent description, right? When we look at flowers and herbs that go with Gemini, we're looking at parsley, which is a wonderful herb to cook with, and dill, and wormwood, snapdragons, which happen to be one of my favorite annual plants. They come in lots of colors and are really pretty and happy, and also irises, which I really love irises too. I actually planted some bulbs this year, and I don't know if they're gonna come up, but I'm still crossing my fingers for it. Now, colors when working with Gemini, we're looking at white and spring green, so a really nice light green. So those are correspondences that you can work with Gemini for this month's spell work. So picking up on the planetary properties, the planetary qualities of communication, this video right here is part of my spell work. It's been probably 5 or 6 weeks that I've kind of been out of my cycle of posting regular videos, and so this video and getting kind of back on the train, so to speak, or the wagon of making videos is me being a part of that perseverance. And so one thing that I was kind of prompted to do this month was, at the beginning of the year, I did a tarot spread for the year, and it was based on that tarot reading that kind of pointed me towards this word perseverance that I'm working with for this year. And at first I kind of had an idea of why would I be looking at perseverance. At first I didn't quite understand it. I had some ideas, but boy, the last month and a half has really kind of shown me why perseverance is a thing for me. And so I got to thinking about things and thinking about that tarot reading. And so I went back to that tarot reading, and because of course I wrote it in my journal, and wow, that tarot reading was incredibly, the last 5-6 weeks of my life, and looking at that tarot reading, there are a lot of things that that really make a lot of sense now, that I wasn't quite sure about when at the time of the reading. So first of all, I would highly suggest that if you do some kind of divination, that you do a New Year's spread or reading of some kind for yourself at the beginning of the year. And my second thing is that you write it down. Write it down somewhere that you can go back and reference it, because there might be things that didn't make sense at first, but you know, as you go through your year, that, like with me, I was able to go back and say, there's a whole lot of things that make a lot more sense now that weren't making sense initially. So two very important things that I could suggest to you. I haven't really been one to do, it's only been in the last few years where I've done yearly tarot spreads, and I will definitely be continuing on with those. Now, so like I said, making this video as part of my spell work for this month, being communication and talking about using my communication and talking about how do you persevere, how do you like pick up the pieces, or how do you keep going when times are hard. So this is definitely a part of the spell work for me, even though this is more a mundane act, because I'm not necessarily, I mean, I'm working magic on some level because I'm sharing my experiences with you guys out there. But this is kind of like a first step for me. Another step that I'm going to be working with is affirmation work. I'm a big fan of affirmation work and didn't really get into it. I first learned about affirmation work during my first year with Christopher Penzak. Working with affirmations is a big thing that he kind of presents in that first year, and then you kind of come back to those ideas. And so for those of you who might not be familiar with what affirmation work is, affirmations is where you use statements that are positive in wording, because we all know words have power, right? So it's about a positive wording that is for yourself, and it is something that you say aloud. Okay, aloud I think is really important. Yes, you can say it to yourself, but I think aloud is way more important. And a lot of people think that it should be said in a mirror, so that you're making that eye contact with yourself and saying it to yourself, to your reflection. But you're saying these positive statements that will help change your mindset. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know about that. I feel stupid. That's like the biggest thing that I hear people say when they talk about doing affirmation work. Well, it feels stupid to say those things. It might feel stupid, but I'm here to tell you that in affirmation work, the more you do it, the more that you don't feel stupid. It's empowering, and it's about saying things like, I am enough. I am beautiful. A couple of years ago, I watched the movie called The Help, and I can't remember the actor's name, but the actor that played The Help, the main African American woman that was like the star of the film, because it was an ensemble, but she said to the little girl, use is strong, use is smart, use is beautiful, and you're a good person. And that had a huge effect on me from that movie. And I tend to say that a lot to my friends and family and things like that. If they're kind of feeling like the roomie, if she was feeling, leery about a test or about schoolwork or something like that, I would tell her, you are strong, you are beautiful, you are, you're a good person. I would say those things to her. And I think that's helped me in situations to know that, I am strong. I am beautiful. I am a good person, and I deserve to have good things in my life. And so that's why I feel that affirmations can be a really powerful use of spell work, especially during these air signs, because air is about communication. It's about our mindset. It's about using our intellect. And so I think that affirmation work on these air signs like Gemini, and what are Gemini and Libra and Aquarius, it's great work for these signs in general, and I think specifically for this month because we've got that communication aspect that comes with Mercury. So those are some things that I am definitely going to work with, and I thought I would share with you guys some of the affirmations that I've kind of come up with for myself. So with working with perseverance, things like my dreams are worth fulfilling. Because how many times do we kind of put our dreams aside, especially if we're like a mom, or if you're helping family members, like if you're taking care of family members and stuff like that. Sometimes, a lot of times, we neglect ourselves first and foremost. But realistically, your dreams are worth fulfilling. Plain and simple. Yes, you can still be a mom, you can still be that helpful family member or helpful friend or what have you, and work can get crazy and work can get busy, but don't forget that your dreams are worth fulfilling too. Here's one I love. I am enough. I've seen that in poetry. I've seen that in other people using in affirmation work. Those three little words, I think, hold so much power. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I can't say that enough. Another one that I'm really specifically looking at is life goes on. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes life throws us curveballs. Sometimes things don't pan out the way that we want to. But life goes on. There's a next day. There's another time. There's, pick up your pieces and it's okay to move on. That's another one too on my list. It's okay to move on. You're not going to disrespect someone by picking up your pieces and taking that next step. It's okay the next day to take a shower and get dressed and go to work. It's okay to go to a movie. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's okay. It's okay to move on. And it's okay to live. It's okay to live. Because especially when you lose someone, we go inward. We go inward, and we have to have our grieving time. We have to grieve. That it has to happen. And that's okay, but it's okay to live too. It's okay to let that grief happen, but it's okay to go to work. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to hang out with friends. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to live. So I hope that you find this video helpful. I hope that you might be working this master spell on perseverance with me this year. Sorry that there wasn't a video for Taurus. I think you guys probably understand why there wasn't. But we're going to keep moving on through the year, and we're going to keep working on perseverance, and that's okay. It's okay. So if you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Yes, I've had a little hiatus, but I've got things planned. This book's got stuff in it, so look out. I have some top 10s filmed, so look for those coming soon. And yeah, it's okay. It's okay to pick up the pieces and move on. If you would like to, I'd like to know your thoughts on this video. So please hit the comments down below. If you're not comfortable leaving a comment, then you're more than welcome to email me at heartofthewitchespath@yahoo.com and follow me on Instagram, which is heartofthewitchespath. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Thanks for taking the time to walk the path for a little while with me. And until next time, blessed be.